YouTube, MJ here with a new video review. This time we're going to be looking at one of the new Transformers I acquired. It's the third-party TFC PS02 Nemesis Primer. This is a repaint with additional accessories of the PS01 Primars, which is a super deformed version of Optimus Prime. As you can see, the box is much larger. In addition, it has limited edition stamped on it. Go around, shows all the different modes: robot mode, vehicle mode, little battle station mode, and then the jetpack equipped to Classics Optimus Prime. This is the one mode I will not be showing off in their video review because I don't currently have a Classics Optimus Prime. I will try to get one and do an update with that. In addition, you can see on the top, it is numbered. Flip it over. I am number 1806. So that's the packaging. Inside you get the figure, instruction manual, as well as an ID card with Primars Nemesis, the hard card, all of his specs, and then again the number. I'm 1806 of 2000. So, I've done the review of the regular primer before, so we'll try to keep that part brief, but we'll look into the rest of the mode. As you can see, I'm starting off in vehicle mode. You end up with a chibi truck cab. Rolls nice and smooth. Traditionally, the original primer looks much smaller, mostly because of the jetpack feature. Jetpack does have extending wings. Again, we'll get more into later. But jetpack is simple, pops off. If you had the original toy, you know that it had the trunk mount on the back, and then that just plugs in to a secured fasten on the little jetpack trailer. So, there's the jetpack. We'll set that aside for now, and we'll get into the actual main body of the figure. It rolls extremely well. They did carry over the SD feature well. I like the fact that there is no parts forming in this particular SD transformer, which is very uncommon because a lot of them will have parts forming, including some of the ones that I'll be reviewing very soon. It's got the metallic teal striping, similar to Nemesis. Translucent red wheel or windows, gunmetal gray grille, and gunmetal gray detailing throughout. Transformation is really fairly simple on him, but it's fun. Flip open the back of the cab trailer. Flip it open. Make sure this side opens first. The side that has the little peg on the top, and the side that has a little hole just plugs in and secures. Flip that together, come around front, grab the front end, pull it up, and secure it under. It will actually lock in smoothly. You don't need to do that. I just generally do it because of feature, because it does subtract away from a little bit of the articulation, but it also stabilizes them more. Then flip down the back end, look at the front, come around, unfasten the sides, which will become the arms, and then you just flip down the centerpiece. For the feet, flip open the side panels, flip them back, secure them in, and flip out the toes. Same thing on the other side, flip out the toes. The next part is when I'll rotate the arms around. Now what you're going to want to do is, at least on mine, they secure in very difficultly, so try to keep the arms up a little bit, so that way you can push on here instead of on the peg, and then pop them in so it locks into place. My right side is pretty good. My left side does require more force to actually get it to secure in, and you are going to want it secured in pretty strongly if you're going to do any kind of play value with them. So flip that down, come around, dig in the hands, flip out the hand, same thing on the other side, And stick the oil tanker back on. Rotate them around so it sticks up a little higher, or at least I do. It's going to be personal preference. And there you have Primars Nemesis in robot mode. We'll go into the gimmicks for him. First one's going to be, he has a detachable faceplate. As you can see, if you remember the old one is just a straight line face. They actually did give it more of an angle in this one. And the reasoning behind that is twofold. Because he is a Nemesis one, and again, I'm going to actually turn on his light to show this feature again. So he does have an LED face. Turn off the light so it's not washing that out. And just like the original, you can position his eyes to show different emotions. So if you go out, you have sad Optimus Prime, which actually looks a lot more sad in this form. Because of that straight line, it just looks sad. But even more fitting of the Nemesis Prime feature is when you pinch him in and give him the angry eyes, it definitely displays that feature a lot better. Makes him look a lot more angry. Or just keep the mouth plate on. And then he's just Nemesis Prime. Alright, next feature. Same with the original. You come around this, and there's storage on the back. Both swords will pop off, and they just slide onto his fists, similar to represent the movie Optimus Prime swords. I really like this feature. I think they look great. They're a lot of fun. I'm only going to show you the one, and it's really not going to be that important because for any other feature later on. But so pop them both off, set them aside, because you're not going to be able to use that storage spot in a little bit. Next feature, we'll bring over the jetpack, and we'll go through the battle station mode. They don't actually give you in the instructions how this is supposed to form. You pretty much just look at the picture and hope you did it right. But basically what you'll want to do, from what I can tell, is pull down on the ball joints, get a fingernail in there, pull out the feet, rotate them around. If you can do the same thing on the other side. It is a very tight fit. There. Rotate the toes around. Level it how you want it. Condense the wings down so it forms basically a little blast shield for him. And rotate the Gatling guns around. And that'll give him his little battle station to wipe out whatever enemies he needs in that form. Again, it's a nice little feature. It's a fun little added gimmick to make in case you do just like him positioned like this. Get into the main bulk of his form though. Unplug that, the bottom section. Unplug both Gatling guns. Come around, grab each sword, and you can see there's the little jet fins on here. You're going to want the thinner side on the inside, and then you just slide that on, and they secure in place, similar to how they did on the back hack for storage. And do the same thing on the other side. It also gives it a nice little thruster look. From there, position the jetpack however you want it. The jetpack is very well posable. You get a hinge there, in full rotation. Hinge on that part of the jetpack, and a hinge on the wings. So, Jetpack's in the position that works. Set it aside. Next up, bring over the feet. Rotate the toes around. If you don't do the jetpack station mode, all you have to do is flip the toes all the way around. Same thing on the other side. Come around top, pull them open, and separate the feet. And there are the feet, done and over with. All you have to do to get him the actual torso ready, is come around, point the toes forward, and then the feet will slide into place. As you can, if you look closely, actually I'll see if I can zoom in nicely on it. There's a little groove on the back of his heel, right there, and that little tongue and groove will fit right into the bottom of the new feet. So get it locked in, and then come around and bend in the top of the knee just to secure that into place. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure the tongue and groove lines up. Otherwise it pops out when you try to position them. Give them a little wider stance, or however you feel comfortable. Come around to the back. Now this is the most finicky part about this whole transformer, is attaching the backpack to him. Now when you attach him to Classics Optimus Prime, it's fairly simple. You just plug the peg into Optimus Prime's peg. For him, he uses this little square slot and groove on this little square slot and groove. So what I find best is you flip this up a little bit and go directly from the top. Squeeze them in tightly and rotate it down. Flip around little Optimus. Pull him forward just a little bit to counteract some of the back heavy, and then position the wings however you best like them to give your little Prime his flight mode. Gatling guns are all pretty simple. You have screws on one side, so I always just try to make sure the screws are on the one side, and pop them in. You can undersling, you can oversling. It's really personal preference. And we'll turn on the lights. And there you have TFC PS02 Nemesis Primer. For a size comparison, because I think this is appropriate and I don't have anything else SD with me currently, here he is with an SD Gundam model kit. As you can see, he's a fairly good size figure. In addition, here he is with a deluxe class custom repaint of the Jazz mold. So he's a little smaller than a deluxe height-wise, but between the bulk and the LED, he comes out to about a deluxe size figure. Retail price on him is, I believe, $70. He is, in my opinion, definitely worth it. I know a lot of people really want to get him just for the jetpack for Optimus, but which, if you want to get the jetpack for Optimus, it's definitely a cool jetpack for your classic. But the main little figure is just a really fun toy to add to your Transformers collection, and a great addition to any Optimus collection. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely recommend giving this guy a chance, picking him up, and I hope you have a great day.